Hello creative friends, this is Joy coming to you with another art journal page. So on this particular art journal page I decided to get some color on the page, and so I sprayed the page with water and then just used my watercolor paints to get some color on here, and I'm using different shades of green and blue and continue to spray it with water to keep the colors wet so that they would blend easily with each other and create this modeled background for this art journal page. So on this particular day I wasn't feeling especially creative. I didn't really have a lot of time, so I went through my stash and found some things that I could use to create this art journal page with, and I wanted to do this video and create this page for a video hop that we're doing for the CAC group. It's the Creative Arts Collaboration group, and the video hop is hashtag thanks for watching art. Again, that's thanks with the number 4 watching art, and I'll have that in the description below, and below you also see the link to all the other videos in the video hop. Our purpose for doing this is because smaller channels was informed by YouTube that they would no longer be moderating any channels who had less than 1,000 subscribers. So this video hop is to help introduce some of the smaller channels to new subscribers. So if you like the videos that you see, always subscribe to the channels so that you can see more of their videos. It is important that you subscribe and also give a thumbs up. So here, once I was happy with it, I sprinkled it with salt because I wanted it to have even more of a mottled background, and I let it dry. Once it was dried, I scraped all the salt off, and then I decided to continue creating my page with the things that I decided to put on here, which one of those, as you can see, is this flower stamp, this rose stamp. Once I stamped it, it wasn't really standing out as much and as dark as I wanted it to, so I decided to use my embossing powder to get it on there so it would be like darker and stand out more. And then I took a piece of deli paper and shook off the excess, and a paintbrush to brush off any excess as well around the image. And there's a couple places where I brushed too closely to the image and brushed off too much of the embossing powder, so I just fixed that there and then put the embossing powder back in the container. And then I heated this up with my heat tool. It was hard to see from my angle, but you heat it up until it turns shiny. So I did end up having to pick up the book so I could see what was going on there and make sure that I had it thoroughly heated in all areas. So then I decided to stamp this other image on the other side, this cute butterfly, and luckily this was a clear stamp, so it was easier for me to stamp the image on the page and then restamp it with the sticky solution. I don't know what it is, that sticky pad, to get the embossing powder to stick to the page. So it was easier for me to line it up, stamp it down, and then do the other side with the black embossing powder as well. And then I just kind of try to use my finger to make sure that all areas were covered with embossing powder. And again, I heated this side to get the embossing powder to melt and turn shiny on the page. Then I went through my stash and found this cute little girl and butterfly in a Tim Holtz pack that I had, and I'm just using some glue dots to adhere them to my page. I found that glue dots work best for heavier types of ephemera that you want to stick to your art journal pages. And I had this little like star. It was a foam star, and I didn't really want to put it on the page, but I wanted the shape, so I kind of went around it a couple times and then going around it a few more times, so it's kind of a scratchy outline of a star. And then I have this title that I found in my stash that says Live Like a Star, that I decided to adhere to this art journal page. And then I had a couple more stamps that I wanted to use in the background to kind of give the background a little bit more interest, I guess. So I have this stamp with stars on it that I'm using my Stays On ink pad on in ultramarine blue. And I'm not stamping it really firmly or hard because I don't want the stars to be like overpower or be too stand out too much. I kind of just wanted them in the background. So I tried not to stamp too hard or too, have the stars in the background too bright. And then I used matte gel medium to adhere the title down to my page. And I really like the way that this page turned out. I thought it turned out really cute. And it reminded me, it made me think about my granddaughters. This little girl dancing around is just adorable. And unfortunately, I lost one of my granddaughters just before Christmas in a terrible car accident. And then another one of my granddaughters come to live with me. So it was, a very bittersweet time for me. So I stamped this other flower, star, whatever image on here in red, and then I decided that the whole page needed a border. So I used my Sharpie pen again to scratch a little border around the whole page. And then I decided to use my Posca pens, my black Posca pen, to trace around the title. So that's pretty much the art journal page for today. If you like this video, you can give me a thumbs up. You can also subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate that. Or you can leave me a comment. I would love to hear from you. So please check out the other channels in the video hop. And I hope you like the video. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.